Creating bootable USB storage device. RASOFTBOOT build has been downloaded, and now a bootable USB drive needs to be created. A new bootable drive can also be created using an existing bootable device. In the opened RA window, click the menu icon, then select Boot, and then create a RA device. Next, select the required USB drive and click Start, then choose the appropriate partition format. After a few seconds, the USB drive becomes bootable, and next, you need to select which files will be included on it. Once selected, click the copy icon and wait until it finishes. Files have been successfully copied, and now you are all set to start using your bootable USB drive. Restore bootable USB storage device. If the boot sector of the USB drive has been damaged, it can be easily restored. To do this, open the RA app, go to Menu, then Boot, and click Restore RA Device. Choose the target USB device and wait until the repair process finishes. After completion, you can also copy the required files to the restored USB drive. The RA zip file containing applications and other files can also be replaced as needed. Once the files are copied, the USB device is ready to be used again. USB drive contents. To view the contents of your USB drive, open the RA app, navigate to Menu, then Boot, and select Inside RA Device. This will open a list of the RASOFTBOOT build files, where you can delete, add, or replace boot and installation files. If an image icon appears next to the file name, it means it is already physically present on the USB drive. To delete an image, simply double-click on it. Double-clicking a missing image allows you to download it. Note, if it says Get next to the missing image name, it can be downloaded from the internet. If it says Select File, you must select it manually from your storage. After completing the necessary changes, you can proceed to use the USB drive in the updated format. Bootable and installation files. To add a bootable or installation file, open the RA app, go to Menu, select Boot, click Add, and choose the required image. You can add both bootable and installation images. You can also delete unnecessary files by clicking Delete. Now you can use your custom images or installation files on your RASOFTBOOT USB device. Notes. To view your notes, open the RA application, go to Menu, and click the Notes icon. To restore the last saved text, click the Restore icon. After adding the required notes and making other changes, click the Save icon so these notes will always be stored on your USB drive. Executable files. To use executable files, open the RA app, go to Menu, click the app icon, then click Add and select the executable file. To extract an application, press Ctrl and Enter at the same time and choose the directory where you want to extract it. To run the application directly, double-click on it. To remove an application, click on the Delete icon. Files are stored in a password-protected zip archive, preventing antiviruses from automatically deleting them. Now your applications will always be easily accessible. Installation software. To view available installation software, open the RA app, go to Menu, and click the Soft icon. To add software, click the Tools icon and then click the Add icon. You can select an existing ISO or create a new one. Let's first add an existing ISO image. Enter the software name. As an icon, you can choose either the installer itself or a third-party file in a supported format. Then select the auto-run file, after which ISO image copying will begin. The ISO file has been successfully created, and the software is now displayed inside the RA menu. Clicking it will mount the ISO image and launch the auto-run file. After installation, you can unmount the image. Now let's create a new ISO image. Select the software folder. Enter the software name. Select the installer icon. Select the auto-run file. The ISO file has been successfully created, and the software is now displayed inside the RA menu. After installation, you can unmount the image. You can also delete added software. In addition to removing it from the menu, you can also physically delete the file or keep it on the drive. Now your installation software remain easily accessible. Installing basic programs. To install, click the Mount icon. If mounting utilities are missing from the system, you will be prompted to install on disk. The mounted ISO contains the necessary certificates for Windows 7, as well as updates for exFAT format recognition in Windows XP. You can install Wi-Fi and LAN network drivers for older operating systems. To install basic programs, select the required applications and click Install. After successfully installing the programs and drivers, you can unmount the ISO image by clicking the Mount icon. Boot menu. Boot from internal device. Pre-installation environments with desktop. WinPE is Windows-based, while SlaxPE is based on Debian Linux. Select x32 or x64 based on the available RAM. Custom bootable files. From here, you can boot from your added bootable files, such as ISO or WIM images. Pre-installation environments. Select 32 or 64-bit, Windows or SlaxPE-based image. Linux installation. Mini bootable files. SlaxPE Desktop, Slax Linux-based pre-installation environment with desktop. Select the required architecture and wait for it to load. In the Launch menu, we see applications such as a video player, web browser, text editor, file manager, as well as other RASOFT tools like WinStall Linux, USB Dual Part, and XPLRR. Click the WinPE main icon. If you have multiple devices connected, you can run the RA application from the selected one. In pre-installation environment mode, the RA application allows installing Windows using both RASOFTBOOT and from your custom images. Install the required edition of Windows. SlaxPE Installer, Slax Linux-based pre-installation environment without desktop. Select the required architecture and wait for it to load. Clicking RA Setup will open WinStall Linux, allowing you to install Windows from anywhere. You can select the required RASOFTBOOT device if you have connected several. You can also switch between file managers by right-clicking. Install the required edition of Windows. WinPE Desktop, Windows-based pre-installation environment with desktop. Select the required architecture and wait for it to load. It also includes essential basic applications. Click the WinPE main icon. If you have multiple devices connected, you can run the RA application from the selected one. You can also switch between Windows installers by right-clicking. Trying out WinStall Linux. Switching to Windows Setup. Install the required edition of Windows. WinPE Installer, Windows-based pre-installation environment without desktop. Select the required architecture and wait for it to load. You can also switch between file managers by right-clicking. You can also switch between Windows installers by right-clicking and install Windows from any directory. You can select the required RASOFTBOOT device if you have connected several. You can also install your own custom Windows images. Install the required edition of Windows.